Hello, we're going to do a short upper body workout. So let's warm up, rolling the shoulders back. Good, and the other way. Just opening the shoulders. So feel that nice stretch in the shoulder blades. Good, reaching up. Raising the arms up and out and up and out. Good, and a few more shoulder circles. So that was quite a short warm up, so if you feel like you need to warm up a bit more, feel free to do so. So if you have weights, we're going to use weights, but you don't have to use weights. So we're going to start with good posture. Feet hip width apart, engaging the core, standing nice until a slight soft bend in the knees, bringing the weights to our shoulders for an overhead press. So I'll demonstrate, we're just going to do that. Excellent, we'll go now. Good, so do the movement with control. Should start to feel some activation in the upper body now. It's a good compound move to start with. Working a few muscles at one time and a few joints. Good, so pushing up, coming back down. Excellent, a few more. So to the shoulders and up. One more. Excellent, well done. Just release that off a bit. So the second one I'll demonstrate, we're going to do a reverse fly. So we're going to hinge at the hips and do this movement. If this feels quite challenging, you can also do one arm at a time. That's a little bit easier. You could also do this holding onto a chair if that feels better on your back. Good, so pick the option you'd like. So we can always use the chair for support. I'll do it this way so we don't. Good, so let's go. See if you can keep the spine in one good alignment, so the neck is in line with the spine. You want to squeeze the shoulder blades together at the top of the movement. So really try to put your mind into the muscles. So lifting up with control and lowering with control. Good. If it gets too hard, you can do one at a time. Good, so building strength, building muscles. Excellent. Give those shoulders a release. So you're going to do some dumbbell curls. So palms facing this way. So this is a hammer curl. Hammer curl. So we're working the biceps and triceps. So we can do them together, or we can do alternate ones, whatever you prefer. So doing single will be slightly easier. Okay, let's go. So really squeezing the muscle. When we put our mind into our muscles, we can work them with control and also activate the muscle better, as well as improve our concentration. Good, so the slower you do this, you can feel it more. If it starts to get really heavy, Try one at a time. Squeeze and down. Good. And let's do one more. Excellent, well done. Release the shoulders. So the next one we're going to do is a tricep kickback. So we can use a chair, that 3-point of contact, the feet in one hand, hinging at the hips. Going to lift the arm up, keep the elbow up and come in and out. So we're feeling that tension in the back of the arm. We'll do one at a time. So if you don't have a chair, you can hinge like this, but it's quite useful to have a chair. Good. Okay, hinging at the hips. Keep the elbow nicely tucked in. We're going to come back. So you want to keep the elbow nice and high so we can activate that tricep. Good. So we're working against gravity to keep that arm up. That's what's working the tricep. And keep the elbows nicely tucked in. So it's better to do a few with good form than do lots not with such good form. So if you need a break and then come back in, do that. So elbow nice and high, resist that urge for the arm to come down. And one more. Ooh, good. Excellent. And now we'll even it out with the other arm. So either with a chair or hinging at the hip. Lift that arm up, keep the elbow in and high up, and just focus on the back of the arm. Good. Breathe nice and steadily. You may notice you have a stronger arm. Good. So if you need a break, have a break. But if you can keep going with good form, keeping that elbow up nice and high. So we're really getting into the back of the arm, the tricep, toning it, strengthening it. A few more. Excellent, well done. So last two, we're going to pick up our weights again. So release the shoulders if you want. So I'm going to do a high pull. I'll demonstrate this. So with two arms, you're going to lift and lower. So we're working on that external rotation of the shoulder. If two arms is too difficult, you can do one arm at a time. Good, so nice posture, engage the core, breathing, okay. Lifting and lower. So this will really help that external rotation of the shoulders as well, so we often get stuck in internal rotation when we do a lot of computer work, texting. This will help to open up the shoulders and give us much better posture. So if you feel it's a bit too much, try one arm at a time. And some of these movements, you can try lower weights. Good, or you can alternate between both on one. Excellent, that's enough. Brilliant. Just release the shoulders. For our final exercise, another one that's very good for our posture. So standing with good posture. So we're going to open and close. So again, you could do this with one arm at a time. So we're getting into that rotator cuff muscle. which we want to strengthen because it can quite easily get injured. Good. And again, we're increasing that external rotation of the shoulders. If it feels a bit challenging, do one arm at a time. Good. One at a time. One more. Ooh, I can feel that. Brilliant. Put the weights down. And let's just release the shoulders. I always get quite a bit of tension in my shoulders. So feel where you get tension, see if you can just release that. Let's just open and close. And breathe into those muscles we just worked. Good, let's just have a little stretch here. Feel free to stretch longer. We make the videos quite short for people with not so much time, but if you have time, you could always take longer to stretch, or you could always do this workout twice if that wasn't enough for you. Good, and the other arm. And stretch the tricep. And the other one. Excellent, well done on toning your upper body and arms. Hope to see you again.